Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, host from sportsbookreview.com. Please join in our conversation at Twitter, #SBRNatia. Georgia welcomes Clemson to their backyard on August 30th for their fifth matchup together. Joining us now to give an early preview on the betting value is professional handicapper Matt Jordan. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Let's talk football.
Nice. Okay, so starting with the point spread, it's no surprise that Georgia is favored by 7.5 points. What's your lean on this game?
The key is to wait on this one because it depends which book you go at. It's been moving like a point in either direction, really. So it's one of those I'd wait to the last minute because I do think the half point will be important. So at 7.5, I like Clemson to cover by probably a half point. But at 6.5, I think Georgia would cover by a half point. I think it ends with a touchdown result by Georgia. So. Okay. I'd wait and see if you can get that, or shop around for that half point.
Okay, sounds good. And how do you see the Tigers playing now that so many key guys are down?
It's hard to know. Both sides have new quarterbacks, although Georgia's a little more experienced. I have a lot of faith in Clemson's offensive coordinator. He turned Taj Boyd into a star. He's turned everywhere he's gone. Their offenses have been great. They did lose a lot. I think they might have to lean on the defense a little bit early because the defensive front's terrific, even though one of their key guys is suspended. I think by midseason, this offense will be just fine. But early on, I think it will be, a bit of a struggle. But, for them, 25 points is probably a struggle. So that's still not too bad.
And are there any faces we should be keeping or new faces we should be keeping an eye on?
Georgia's quarterback is Houston Mason. He did start the last 2 games of last season and played pretty well. They like him. There's 2 guys in this game to watch, in my opinion, and they're both Heisman contenders. It's Vic Beasley, the defensive end for Clemson. He's an absolute beast. He's almost Jadeveon Clowney-like. He might be a top pick next year. And then for Georgia, it's running back Todd Gurley. He had a great game against Clemson last year. They opened last year against one another, and Clemson won by 3, but so many players are gone from that, I don't think it means much. But Gurley is the nation's best running back, and he'll probably be a top 10 pick next year, and he's the top Heisman running back candidate in the country this year. So those are the 2 guys. It'll look to see a few collisions between those 2 on the field.
And, okay, I see here the game total opened at 59, and it's down to 55. Where do you see this number settling before the kickoff?
Yeah, clearly the bettors are hammering the under. I think it'll drop another point or 2 because, again, new quarterbacks. Clemson's offense is almost brand new. So I would say it dropped to about 53, and I'd still go under. I think, first game, tough opponent. Even though you've had all summer to prepare, you're going to be rusty more often than not, turnovers. And then obviously keep an eye on the weather. If it's going to be sloppy, that would affect things too. But I think it'll drop another point or 2. Okay,
and what's your pick? So it's the under or over?
I've changed my mind on this. I'm going under, and then again, depending on the line, I like Clemson to cover anything above 7.
Okay, sounds good. So it's going to be an exciting game to watch. Thanks, Matt, for your suggestion. So go ahead and pick the under. Thank you, and for sportsbookreview.com, this is Nadia Holtz.